So Cassie Ventura finally responds. It's been about 3 hours now that her post came out on Instagram in response to everything that's been going on following the CNN release of the video of her being assaulted by P. Diddy. Now, not too long ago, her husband, Alex Fine, did also share a post on Instagram. Let's go through to that right now. Alrighty?
Men who hit women aren't men. Men who enable it and protect those people aren't men. As men, violence against women shouldn't be inevitable. Check your brothers, your friends, and your family. Our daughters, sisters, mothers, and wives should feel protected and loved. The 1883 actor continues, men who hurt women hate women. To all the survivors, your stories are real and people believe you. To all the survivors, you're not alone, and there are men and women out there who only care for your well-being and safety. We want you to succeed and flourish. To all the women and children, I'm sorry you live in a world where you're not protected and you don't feel equal. The 31-year-old adds,
There you go. So that is what Alex Fine had said in response to the gruesome video that we have all seen and that we've reported on. Now, this is very challenging for Cassie, of course. She is in the limelight. There clearly has been a settlement that was taken care of a day after she filed the lawsuit, which, by the way, is likely why P. Diddy was not able to say her name. And in what she just released, she was not also able to, share his name. But here's what it says. Thank you for all the love and support from my family, friends, strangers, and those I have yet to meet. The outpouring of love has created a place for my younger self to settle and feel safe now. But this is only the beginning. DV, domestic violence, is the issue. It broke me down to someone I never thought I would become. With a lot of hard work, I am better today, but I will always be recovering from my past. Thank you to everyone that has taken the time to take the matter seriously. My only ask is that everyone open your heart to believing victims for the first time. It takes a lot of heart to tell the truth out of a situation that you were powerless in. I offer my hand to those that are still living in fear. Reach out to your people. Don't cut them off. No one should carry this weight alone. The healing journey is never ending, but the support means everything to me. Love you. Thank you. Love always, Cassie. My goodness, it actually makes me really emotional to read this as a woman who has worked with many singles who have shared their experiences about, DV. It is something that is difficult and challenging for everyone. And DV happens to both men and women. There's been an outpouring of love. A lot of people are now coming out. Remember, P. Diddy had said in a statement before that this made the accusation that none of it was true, that there are people that want to make a quick payday. He's not looking very good right now, okay? Because we've already heard his apology, which many people are dissecting as a PR stunt. He didn't really mean it. It was all about him. There was no acknowledgement to the damage that he did to her family. He didn't even have to say her name, but he definitely could have, apologized as well for the fact that he didn't take accountability at the time that it happened, and for lying about it happening, and for accusing these women and anybody else that they just wanted a quick payday. Here's another somebody on her post that said, "We appreciate your vulnerability, Cassie. Your visibility will aid others in sharing their own experiences. We see you, we believe you, and we love you." Still, this situation brings up a lot of concern over anyone who's experiencing domestic violence, who's dealing with abuse. And also, we get to see the side from the abuser, in this case, P. Diddy, and what many of these abusers do. There have been comparisons to his reaction and actions as being a narcissist, completely denying it, not showing any kind of real remorse, not showing any kind of real emotion. There are a lot of people that are really criticizing the P. Diddy apology. We had covered that apology, and yet still many people are coming out sharing their distaste for the lack of empathy that seemed to be inside of his response. Now, for Cassie to write this must have been very challenging. For her to relive this, for her to see it, and the fact that this tape is now everywhere, and she has daughters. It broke Alex's heart, as it breaks everybody's heart. You know, again, Alex's post that he posted 6 days ago, he said he actually wrote this a while back, but the words ring true not just today, but every day. I want my kids and every kid to live in a world that's safe for women and girls, and a place that protects and treats them as equals. I love the fact that he said a message to the women and children, you're not alone. And if you need help, call the DV hotline with a phone number to call. There is a hotline there. And then he puts a notification, stop violence against women. This post had 278,000 likes. He actually did not leave any room for comments, whereas with Cassie did leave room for comments. There have been, she's got right now, what is her following count? 10.4 million. I'm not sure if that's went up or down. And she has now pinned this post, this letter, as her first post on her Instagram feed. It is pinned. There is, as we're talking, now there's 500,000 likes. This just got out. I'm sure this will reach the millions. There are 35,000 comments. Let's see what it looks like 24 hours from now. But everybody who is, making remarks, you'll see lots and lots of hearts, lots of outpouring of support. So many people that are now coming out, and we're going to hear what the media has to say and what, men and women have to say about this situation. She did say, imagine what it felt like for her when she was being accused of being a liar. There were so many people that, yeah, girl, whatever, like you couldn't get out of it or whatnot. But when you watch the video, you can literally see a very scared, almost like a void of emotion. She's just sitting there, lying on the ground, being dragged around like a rag doll without like what's going on here. It's almost like she doesn't even know where she is. When you get numb to that kind of treatment and you don't even scream out, like she's silent. You don't even hear her. She's just laying on the ground and then getting, kicked. And unfortunately, we can't hear audio. It's too bad, because I imagine who knows if professional lip readers will end up reading what Diddy was actually saying to her, but she doesn't need to say anything. You see her on the phone, and then he grabs her from there, and she's trying to get away. And the fact is that she tried to come back. She was so afraid of not going back to the hotel after this situation had happened. But the bodyguards, or the actually security guards of the hotel, told her to just, not go back up. They must have saw that footage, because guess what? He paid somebody $50,000 to have a copy of that footage, and likely she had a copy, was given a copy of that footage. It's too bad that the statute of limitations now prevents any kind of legal repercussion happening to Diddy, because it's well beyond the 3 years, video evidence or not. Like, you cannot, according to the statute of limitations, who knows what they're going to do. But I think the embarrassment is I'm not saying it's enough for Diddy, but he is certainly one of the least favorite people right now. He is absolutely being vilified because he is the villain. And who knows the impact of what will happen later on, whether cancel culture will take place. Already, I believe there was an outlet. Oh, Peloton. Peloton removed Diddy's music from their library of music, and none of their instructors can use it. And I believe they said anything from Bad Boy Records. That would be a shame if even artists attached to Bad Boy Records are going to be impacted because P. Diddy is a part of that. Who knows if he'll have artists jump off the ship, but I'm sure he's got tight legal everything going on. There is no way, unfortunately, of him getting out of that. So to Cassie, we support you. I want to acknowledge Cassie, her whole team, her family, Alex Fine, her children. I hope that they can put this past them, that there won't be all this media and attention surrounding her having to relive this moment. And this moment also happened to be in the middle of what they called a freak off. So add insult to injury, because she did say, it broke me down to someone I never thought I would become. And that, in a way, is an admission of her being somebody that in that time, in that moment, was not herself, participating in things she didn't want to do, sticking around and being part of this, toxic situation for 10 years. And then to when she finally had the courage to go up against a billionaire, a man who has lots of money, a man who has lots of power, a man who has silenced and gotten away with everything that he's done negative to her, to any other female. He's never been convicted of anything, and it finally came out. So there you have it. Cassie, we love you. We support you. What do you guys think? Daily Breakers, are you feeling the feels? Any words of wisdom and encouragement for Cassie? Please leave it in our comments below.